I stand squarely behind my decision. After 20 years, I've learned the hard way that there was never a good time to withdraw U.S. forces.
Good morning, everyone. Good Tuesday morning. Jazz Borgonzo here. Another What's Next. Oh my, oh my. My last two videos yesterday morning were regards into the situation going on in Afghanistan, the chaos that is ensuing in Afghanistan. And as I said at the end of my second one, they show no slowdown. But it's getting uglier and uglier as we speak. There is a video that is circulating virally in regards to a U.S. aircraft taking off from Afghanistan, and you have thousands, well, let's just say hundreds of Afghanis trying to latch onto the plane, physically climbing onto the plane. And sadly, in one of the videos, they show one falling off the plane as it is pretty clear already in the air after takeoff. I was going to show that video clip, but unfortunately, like I said, to me, it's out there enough. You can find it. I know a number of my contemporaries in conservative circles have shown that video. I won't. But I want to get to the main crux. The main crux of this video is in regards to Joe Biden's, yes, Joe Dementia, yes, Dementia Joe, yes, a riddled old man with dementia in the White House, giving his response. Let me know what you think. Let's take a look.
I speak today to the unfolding situation in Afghanistan, the developments that have taken place in the last week, and the steps we're taking to address the rapidly evolving events. My national security team and I have been closely monitoring the situation on the ground in Afghanistan.
I'm sure as you were in the basement at Camp David.
Put in place to respond to every constituency, including and contingency, including the rapid collapse we're seeing now. That's why I opposed the surge when it was proposed in 2009 when I was vice president.
And yet, Obama did it. He did it. So-called reluctancy, he did the surge in 2009. So let's not throw George W. Bush under the bus, because George W. Bush wasn't in office. Obama was in 2009. So, yeah. So nice try, Joe. Yes, all that toughness, all that Delaware tough guy, all for naught. So let's continue.
And that's why, as president, I'm adamant we focus on the threats we face today.
We'll just skip around.
Not yesterday's threats. That had already drawn down during the Trump administration from roughly 15,500 American forces to 2,500 troops in country. And the Taliban was at its...
So he withdrew. It was 15,000 troops, supposedly under Trump, down to 2,500 when he made the call a few months back. Like we should have had in Iraq. The reason why ISIS came to play, those mid-level players, those junior varsity players, junior varsity team, as Obama loved to call them. No, we didn't. He reduces from 15,000 to 2,500. And so the Taliban saw that as an opportunity, a golden opportunity, to jump in there and seize it. And over the last few months, they built up slowly and slowly and slowly up until what we have just seen over the last 3 to 4 days. Thank you, Joe. I'm not going to go any further because later on he throws Trump under the bus, so I'm not bothering. I'm going to go to this story, and this comes out of The Blaze. Biden addresses Afghanistan catastrophe. Excuse me. The buck stops with me, but it's also Trump's fault. Shocker. President Joe Dementia on Monday said he squarely stands behind his decision to withdraw the U.S. forces, as we saw in the video, from Afghanistan after the Taliban wrestled control of the country from the U.S.-backed government Sunday. In a speech delivered from the East Room of the White House, Biden said his national security team has been, quote, closely monitoring the situation on the ground. He acknowledged that what the world witnessed in the past few days was the, quote, rapid collapse of the Afghan government and military to the Islamic Taliban militants, and blamed Afghanistan leaders for being incapable or unwilling to fight a civil war on their own. Quote, our mission in Afghanistan was never supposed to be a nation building, supposed to be creating a unified, centralized democracy. Our only vital national interest, what remains today has always been preventing a terrorist attack on American homeland. Yes, because Iran, who is the state-sponsored terrorist nation in the world, yeah, don't worry about them. As president, I am adamant we focus our threats we face today in 2021, not yesterday's threats. Didn't you just say, we are there in Afghanistan to prevent what happened in 9/11? That's the past. Interesting. The president defended his decision to withdraw troops Afghanistan, but offered few words about the disastrous way the U.S. withdrawal had unfolded. I stand squarely behind my decision, Biden said. After 20 years, technically 30 years since Reagan, I've learned the hard way that there was never a good time to withdraw U.S. forces. To finish off with this, and this comes out of Breitbart. Former CIA analyst Zeller, Biden lied, no plan to stop allies being slaughtered by Nazi Taliban. Former analyst Matt Zeller told MSNBC's Nicole Wallace Monday that on her show deadline, nobody watches, that President Joe Dementia lied to the American people during his address on the chaotic evacuation of Afghans that worked within our military over the last 20 years.
Trying to tell this administration since it took office. I've been trying to tell our government for years that this was coming. We sent them plan after plan on how to evacuate these people. Nobody listened to us. They didn't plan for the evacuation of our Afghan wartime allies. They're trying to conduct it now at the 11th hour. The thing that they were most concerned about was the optics of a chaotic evacuation. Well, they got exactly what they were most concerned of by failing to do what was right when we could have done it. We had all the people and equipment in place to be able to save these people months ago, and we did nothing.
Boom. Boom. Zeller said, I was appalled. There was such a profound, bald-faced lie in that speech. The idea that we plan for contingency? I have been personally trying to tell this administration since it took office. Tell the government for years this was coming. Plan after plan on how to evacuate with these people. Nobody listened. They didn't plan to get our Afghan wartime allies out of there until the 11th hour. I have the Afghans on the ground right now who are telling me the Taliban is going door to door to Kabul, making lists of people to use to work with us. They're telling them with smiles on their faces, evil smiles. They will be back for them once we leave. So I'll either take them now or these people are going to die. Your choice. I have been trying to tell everyone who will listen, this is a never again moment in the making. This is an administration that seems to be a profound champion on defender of human rights. Yeah, your pronouns, you want to be all woke in your military, woman, hear me roar. How's that working for you? Well, sometimes human rights have to be defended at the barrel of the end of a gun. The Taliban are the modern version of the Nazis. My thoughts. The fact of the matter is that when you have an incompetent, and I said before, Biden is incompetent, he's moronic, he's buffoonish. I'm not going to go down the whole list because there's a lot longer list I can go down. But I think the word incompetency fits it best, worst, depending on your perspective, fits it best right now regarding to this administration in this situation. After 8 months, over 60 executive orders to wipe out any existence of Trump, to concentrate to force concentrate on a, quote, insurgency on January 6th, when we have a true insurgency going on in Afghanistan right now. The Taliban, like I said, a bunch of ragtag group with AK-47s, which was leaked to routers that they could take over the country in less than 90 days, and damned if they didn't do it. They stuck to their word. They said, we're going to, hey, when the U.S. leaves, we're going to take it. 15,000 troops down to 2,500. And the idiocy and the stupidity on how the withdrawal went down, what did you expect? I expected nothing less. So I'm not surprised. So now you got the Biden administration running around with their hair on fire. How do we put it out? How do we put it out? Well, you send 6,500 troops back in. I think 6,000 or 6,500 troops back in to say, well, you know what? Emergency. Get them out there. Back there. Whoops. My bad. No. You said it yourself. You took full responsibility of the decision you make, and it will not change. You said back in 2009, I didn't like this. I didn't like the surge. Yes, but that was your boy Obama. So you really never put up a fight, did you? You're a clown. And now look what's happening, and because of it. Our Afghan allies, U.S. citizens who got caught in Afghanistan, now you're trying to get them out as well, as hell's breaking loose all over the country. Good job, Joe. Good job. And once again, Chaz Broganzo, this is what's next. Want to see more just like this? Please leave a comment below, like it, share it, subscribe to it, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Peace.